The average American loses over $800 in credit card benefits every year without even knowing it. And right now, major banks are quietly preparing to slash even more perks that millions of cardholders depend on. What's happening behind closed doors could cost you thousands. And most people won't see it coming until it's too late. Banks have been on a killing spree lately, and your favorite credit card benefits are next on the chopping block. From lounge access that's about to get expensive to dining rewards that are getting capped, the credit card landscape is about to change forever. Here are 9 perks that banks are already planning to eliminate, and why you need to know about this now. Delta Sky Club access is getting destroyed. Delta just dropped a bombshell that's going to hit millions of premium cardholders hard starting February 1st, 2025. Your unlimited Sky Club access is history. If you're holding the Delta Reserve card or an American Express Platinum, you're about to feel this change in your wallet. Here's what's actually happening. Delta Reserve cardholders used to get unlimited lounge visits plus 4 guest passes each year. Now they're getting slashed down to just 15 visits annually. Once you burn through those 15 visits, you'll be paying $50 per person per visit to get into lounges you used to access for free. But it gets worse for Platinum cardholders. They're getting chopped down to just 10 visits per year. The only way to get unlimited access back is to spend $75,000 on your card in a calendar year. For most people, that's completely unrealistic. Delta claims this is about reducing overcrowding, but the real reason is profit. They're turning lounge access into a revenue stream instead of a perk. This isn't just Delta being greedy though. It's a sign of what's coming across the entire industry. When one major player makes a move like this, others always follow. American Express Gold's dining disaster. The Amex Gold Card has been the king of dining rewards for years, giving you 4 points per dollar on restaurant spending. But starting January 1st, 2025, that party's over. American Express is capping dining rewards at $50,000 in spending per year, then dropping you down to 1 point per dollar. Most cardholders won't hit that cap. But here's why this matters for everyone. It's the first time Amex has put a hard limit on one of their most popular earning categories. This is them testing the waters to see how much they can cut without losing customers. The timing isn't coincidental either. Amex raised the Gold Card's annual fee from $250 to $325 in July. And now they're reducing the value you get back. It's a classic bait-and-switch move that banks love to pull. What's really concerning is the precedent this sets. If Amex can cap dining rewards without major backlash, expect them to cap grocery bonuses, gas rewards, and travel spending next. They're slowly conditioning cardholders to accept less value while paying more in fees. Capital One lounge benefits are vanishing. Capital One just killed lounge access for 2 of their most popular cards. Starting January 1st, 2025, Venture and Spark Miles cardholders will lose their 2 complimentary annual lounge visits completely. Instead, you'll pay $45 per person every time you want to enter a Capital One lounge. This might seem like a small change, but it reveals something bigger. Capital One spent millions building premium lounges in Denver, Washington, D.C., and Dallas, with more planned for JFK and Las Vegas. They're not maintaining these expensive facilities out of generosity. They're turning them into profit centers. The real shock here is that Capital One is removing a perk entirely instead of just reducing it. That's a much more aggressive move than what we've seen from other issues. It suggests that banks are getting more comfortable with taking benefits away completely rather than just making them less valuable. This could be the beginning of the end for included lounge access on mid-tier cards. If Capital One can get away with charging for lounge visits, other banks will definitely follow suit. Alaska Airlines slashing elite bonuses. Alaska Airlines just cut elite bonus miles in half for most of their loyalty program members. MVP members who used to earn 50% bonus miles are now getting 25%. MVP Gold members got slashed from 100% bonuses down to 50%. This hits frequent flyers hard because bonus miles are often worth more than the base miles you earn. For someone who flies Alaska regularly, this change could cost them thousands of dollars in lost rewards annually. But Alaska's move reveals a broader trend that's hitting all loyalty programs. Airlines are realizing they gave away too much value during the pandemic to keep customers loyal, and now they're pulling back aggressively. When travel demand is high, airlines don't need to offer as many incentives. The scary part is, how quietly this happened. Alaska announced the changes buried in program updates that most members never read. It's a perfect example of how banks and airlines are making major cuts while hoping customers don't notice until it's too late. Congressional threat to all credit card rewards. There's a much bigger threat lurking in Washington that could eliminate credit card rewards entirely. The Credit Card Competition Act is sitting in Congress right now, and if it passes, it could destroy the entire rewards ecosystem that millions of Americans depend on. The bill targets interchange fees, the money merchants pay to banks. When you swipe your card, banks use these fees to fund rewards programs, cashback offers, and sign-up bonuses. If Congress forces banks to accept lower interchange fees, the money funding your rewards disappears overnight. Banks have already warned that this legislation could end cashback programs, eliminate points for travel, and kill sign-up bonuses across the board. We're talking about the complete destruction of an industry that returns billions of dollars to consumers every year. The supporters claim this will lower prices for everyone, but the reality is that merchants rarely pass savings to customers. Meanwhile, responsible credit card users who pay their balances and earn rewards get punished for using their cards smartly. This isn't just speculation either. We've seen what happens in other countries when governments cap interchange fees. Australia did it in 2003, and rewards programs there are still terrible compared to what Americans enjoy. Southwest cards becoming worthless. Southwest Airlines is making massive changes to their business model in 2025, and their credit cards are about to become much less valuable. The airline is switching from open seating to assigned seats and adding premium cabin options. This kills some of the most popular Southwest card benefits. The Priority Card's 4 annual boarding upgrades become meaningless when seats are assigned in advance. Early bird check-in credits disappear when you're just picking your seat like any other airline. Southwest hasn't announced what will replace these perks, and that's the scary part. They could easily just remove the benefits without adding anything back. The cards might not be worth keeping once the changes take effect. This shows how quickly credit card benefits can become obsolete when business models change. What looks like a valuable perk today could be completely useless tomorrow if the underlying system changes. British Airways shrinking status windows. British Airways is standardizing when elite members can earn status, and for many people, this actually makes it harder to qualify. Starting April 2025, everyone's tier point collection year will run from April 1st to March 31st. Currently, your collection year starts when you join the program or took your first British Airways flight. Some members are going to see their earning window shortened significantly, making it much harder to reach elite status. This might seem like a minor administrative change, but it's actually a clever way to reduce the number of people who achieve elite status. Fewer elite members means British Airways pays out fewer benefits and upgrades. The timing isn't random either. Airlines are seeing record demand and packed flights, so they don't need as many elite members to fill seats. They're quietly making status harder to achieve while demand is high. The real reason banks are cutting everything behind all these changes is a perfect storm that's forcing banks to slash benefits across the board. Rising fraud costs are eating into profits like never before. Regulatory pressure is increasing compliance costs, and competition from fintech companies is forcing traditional banks to cut expenses wherever they can. Banks also know that most cardholders don't actually use the benefits they're paying for. Studies show that less than 30% of people with lounge access actually visit lounges regularly. Banks are betting they can remove perks that most customers ignore without losing significant business. The economic environment is pushing this trend even faster. With interest rates high and economic uncertainty growing, banks are focused on protecting profit margins instead of competing for customers with expensive rewards programs. What's really driving this is that banks overextended during the pandemic. They offered huge sign-up bonuses and enhanced benefits to attract customers when travel was shut down. Now that travel is back to normal, they're pulling back those enhanced benefits and then some. What this means for your wallet. These changes aren't happening in isolation. They're part of a coordinated industry-wide pullback that's going to accelerate through 2025 and beyond. The credit card benefits you rely on today might not exist next year, and banks are counting on you not noticing until it's too late. The most valuable strategy right now is to maximize the benefits you have before they disappear. Use those lounge visits, earn as many bonus points as possible, and don't assume your favorite perks will be around forever. The golden age of credit card rewards is ending, and the banks are hoping you won't realize it until they've already taken everything away. What makes this even more concerning is how quietly these changes are happening. Banks bury the bad news in long emails and program updates that most people never read. By the time cardholders realize what they've lost, it's already gone. The writing is on the wall. Credit card benefits are disappearing fast, and your wallet is about to feel the impact. Don't forget to subscribe to not miss any other videos about financial advice.